Hey, it's Chuck. Today is National Senior Citizen Day, so if you have an older person in your life who you haven't called in a while, then this one's for you. Let's dive into it. Yesterday, I talked about the cost of ageism before you're old and how stereotypes absorbed now are they already shaping your health for later. Today, I want to talk about what it's actually like to be old in America right now, because 1 in 3 older adults in the United States is lonely. And those aren't pre-pandemic numbers; those are the 2024 numbers after things are back to normal. Dr. Preeti Malani, deputy editor of the JAMA Network and adjunct professor of internal medicine at the University of Michigan Medical School, put it plainly. She said at the surface, returning to pre-pandemic levels might seem like good news, but that baseline wasn't good. In 2024, 33% of older adults reported feeling lonely some of the time or often. 29% reported feeling socially isolated, and the groups with the highest rates were the ones that you'd expect to have the highest rates: those with fair or poor mental health, those with fair or poor physical health, those not working or receiving disability income. The people who already had the least also had the least connection. Dr. Julianne Holt-Lunstad, professor of psychology and neuroscience and director of the Social Connection Health Lab at Brigham Young University, the lead scientific editor of the U.S. Surgeon General's Advisory on Isolation and Loneliness, and the founding scientific chair of the U.S. Foundation of Social Connection, has spent her career quantifying what that loneliness costs. Her research found that lacking social connection is a risk factor for premature mortality comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Social isolation increases the risk of early death at rates comparable to high blood pressure, obesity, and physical inactivity. These are not soft feelings based findings, they're physiological. Loneliness produces chronic stress activation, elevated cortisol, disrupted sleep, and impaired immune function. The body registers the absence of connection as a threat because evolutionarily, isolation was a threat. The risk factors for loneliness and social isolation accumulate with age, which is why I bring this up on National Senior Citizen Day. Loss of a partner, loss of friends, retirement that removes a built-in social structure, physical health conditions that limit mobility, geographic distance from family, and a culture that treats old people as past their relevance. Those all compound. And the older a person gets, the harder it is to rebuild the social infrastructure that's been lost. Not because older adults are incapable of connection, but because the structures that support connection for young people just don't exist in the same way for them. So today, not in a week, but today, call someone older, not just to check a box, not just because some therapist on TikTok told you to, but because 33% of them are lonely and the call takes 3 minutes and the research says it matters more than you think. I'm Chuck, the Bald Therapist. Work on you. Take no bullshit from loneliness or age. Remember that you matter, and have a gentle rest of your day.